It's really easy to match your partner's energy, especially when they're upset, but you have to do your best not to do this. Hey guys, I'm Stephanie, your sexologist and sex coach for men. Welcome back to the What I Love About Sex podcast. I am once again here in my office bubble. I just got off a call with a client and we talked a lot about energy, not in a woo-woo sense, but having the understanding that when your partner is in a bad mood, maybe she's sad, maybe she's just frustrated, there's this intense bubble around her, right? Bubble of energy of just like, ooh, okay, don't go there. Like, let's walk away. Or let's just let her chill, maybe. Especially if you know that she's upset with you over something, it's so easy to just walk away, go in the other room, like go take your own time and just let her cool off, right? Only she's not going to cool off, especially if it's about you, like you're not actually addressing the issue. Instead, you're kind of matching her energy. You're allowing her intensity to affect you. And you can't do that. You don't have to do that, right? So what I was talking about with my client was the concept that my boyfriend and I go with, which is hug the porcupine. And he thinks he made it up, but I'm certain I read about it somewhere. So if you guys can find it, let me know. But it's this whole idea that like if she's upset and she seems very tense and scary, right? Move towards her. Like give her love. You know that she wants love. You know if she's tense, especially if she's feeling disconnected with you lately. You know that you loving her and being like, hey babe, you seem a little tense. You want to talk? Like, what's up? What's going on? And like rub her back, right? You don't have to go in like hugging her and kissing her. But it's just that concept of like, I don't have to allow her emotions to affect me. Instead, I can ask myself, who do I want to be for my partner right now? Who do I get to be for my partner right now? Because my partner seems sad. I love my partner. I don't want them to be sad. This does go both ways, just like everything goes both ways that I talk about. This lesson was huge for me earlier this year because what I realized I was doing was whenever my boyfriend pulled away a little bit from me, meaning he wanted some space, he maybe wasn't in the best of moods, and he wasn't coming towards me. It seemed like he was actively like trying to create his own space. I would react with anxiety because deep down, I was worried that, oh my God, it's about me. Yes, we're not in a good place. This makes me uncomfortable. I'm afraid I might lose him, right? These were all the deep feelings that I realized later were making me react to that version of him with anxiety. So when I would sit down next to him, I would say things like, why are you being weird? I would also say things like, did I do something? Or I would like have a little freak out, like a mini panic all of a sudden and be like, hey, like, I don't know why you're acting like this. Like, we just had a great night and like now you're acting like this and I don't know what to do with this, you know? And I would like, it was all coming from insecurity, right? It was coming from fear. And then I realized that's not the version of me that he needs at a moment when he's feeling distant or upset or overwhelmed with something, right? Like the version of me he needs and prefers during those times especially are my confidence, my security, my love, especially if he's feeling distant from me. He wants to feel loved. So it took me to get to this place of consistent security in myself to allow this to click so easily where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that I was having those anxious reactions just because he was distancing. Because that didn't have to do with me. That had to do with where he was at. And now I know I have this gut feeling like throughout my whole body that I'll be okay regardless of what he's feeling. That doesn't define my situation. But what I can do is I can help him by giving him love, offering him support, going up and giving him a big hug. And if we have a conflict we need to work out, the standing with confidence and security and just talking like, hey, like, okay, I'm ready to talk when you are. Are you ready? Let's go. And just giving him that secure version of me, which is what he needed to get out of that state, actually. So this was a huge moment for me personally. And I know there's a lot of you guys who have yet to really have it click. So I wanted to talk about it because I was just talking to my client about it. And it really clicked for him. He was like, wow, yeah, like it's so easy to just match emotion, right? When someone's like in a really bad mood, you almost want to blame them and be like, well, they were in a bad mood, so then it put me in a bad mood. And sometimes we have to be like, wait, why? Why did it put me in a bad mood? No one is making me do anything. I get to choose who I be and what I do. And when I'm not intentional and I'm not aware, I forget that I have that choice. And I think we all forget we have that choice quite often. And it takes reminding, and it takes realizing we get to be who we need to be for our partner at different moments. And she gets to do the same. Sometimes you got to hug the porcupine. She looks scary. She looks tense. But you know that she just wants love and connection. And you get to be that secure guy who gives her that regardless of her coming across scary. Right? And I say scary not because you're intimidated by actually like scared of her. I say scary because it's like, oh, it's not the energy I want right now. It's like, okay, but that's your partner. If you love her, do you want to help her maybe like figure out how to get to a better energy or get to a feeling better? Are you secure enough to start a conversation around why she's feeling distant from you and how you can better express affection or love and what that looks like for her and get curious? Like, you know, it's our most secure version of us is not afraid of how people are coming across around us. The best secure versions of ourselves, we lean into that. We're like, okay, I'm going to be who I want to be regardless of what's in front of me or who's in front of me. And that shows a lot of control, self-control, power, leadership. And that leadership gives this sense of ease and security. And it makes it actually easier to open up conversations. Just something to think about. And if you're in a situation where you feel like things like this come up in your relationship often, like there's always this tension and you guys are just going in this feedback loop that's not working out and you're just not getting the answers you both know you really want, then it's probably time for coaching. It's probably time to get some help and to have a game plan that works for your relationship and your lifestyle and your goals as a couple. And I can help you do that. So if you're looking for that customized plan and support, I am here. Click the link in the description of this video and you could apply for coaching. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.